Thank you Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Today's studio vlog is a recap from life the past few months. It's definitely been a roller coaster, so I want to share with you the few daily rituals that have been supporting me, making me feel nourished, centered, happy, and hopeful. Starting my mornings slowly, trying to stick to my 4 or 5 a.m. wake up time to do yoga, stretch, feel strong and connected to my body and not only to my mind. Yoga helps me to come back to my breath. I've been spending a good portion of my mornings in our patio, breathing fresh air and staring at the sky. In March, I started cleaning our patio and we started planting all these seeds which have finally blossomed, and it is giving me so much life. Most of them are either edible flowers or flowers which attract pollinators. If you've seen my studio before, you know how much living in New York City makes us crave nature, and that's why we have so many plant friends. So having this outdoor space has been such a blessing this summer. I love the fact that a bunch of bees, bumblebees and butterflies are coming over as well. This spot has become my go-to spot for the season. As you may know, cacao as a ceremonial drink is one of my favorite daily rituals, and this past few months I've been sitting with it daily. It brings me back to myself, to my rhythms. It reminds me I need to always see the big picture, the miracle that life is. It gives me hope, inspiration to do the work, and admiration for everything. It reminds me we are just a speckle in the vast dance of consciousness, and this is a time I used to give gratitude to nature, gratitude for love, for community, for the opportunities. My friend Florencia has been holding daily cacao circles for the past few months, and I am in deep gratitude for her work and for her elders' teachings. Before sitting down to work, nourishing breakfasts have been a must for this past few months. I've been doing these super smoothies every morning which give me life. I released my first online course a month ago, and I'm over the moon about it and over the moon about the students' reviews and comments. So the months prior to that, in between the course and keeping informed with what's going on in the world, I was overusing technology. So these past few months, I've been trying to balance my computer and media consumption and coming back into my art practice, which has been challenging, but I'm finally getting back to it. I worked on this black and white drawing, which for me talks about the connections in between our inner and outer worlds, and how everything is one. It was wonderful to draw without a plan or for a specific project and just play.
Welcome to our show!
And after a long pause, I am so happy to be back painting the evolution of fungi painting I told you about on my previous vlog. I made a bunch of advances on this one this last month. I finished both the Basidiomycetes, Ascomycotas, and I'm almost done with the Fungi imperfecti. I am now doing research on the phylums Citridiomycetes and Zygomycotas. I already looked everywhere online, and now I'm waiting for a few books I ordered on the subject to arrive. So before I continue showing you the evolution of fungi painting, I want to take a few seconds to thank Squarespace who is today's sponsor and who also happens to be my online shop and my website's host. And if you are looking into making your own art portfolio, to launch your own dream, or to open your own online shop, I highly suggest you try Squarespace. I've been using them for 2 years. I love them. I love how beautiful they present my artwork, how easy it is to have an online shop with them. And I partnered with Squarespace to offer you a 2-week trial for free. You can use the code Caro Arevalo. Go to the website below, and once you love them, you can launch and receive a 10% discount. I can't recommend Squarespace enough. That's why I love partnering with them for all these amazing videos. So thank you, Squarespace. I've been thinking a lot about our relationships with fungi. We eat them, drink them, use them as medicine. They are spiritual guides and teachers, and they also live inside of us. But how are fungi using us? This kingdom is fascinating in so many levels, and part of my fascination comes from how tricky it is to study and classify them. The mycelium revolution is upon us, my friends. The past few months, Ivo has been in charge of the food most of the times. He's really such a great cook, and I'm learning some of his recipes now. I'm also a good cook, but I'm also a monomaniac, so I can eat the same dish for 7 days straight. But thanks to him, I'm feeling inspired to try new things. Within the summer season, I also worked on this pretty sweet series of medicinal plant drawings. Let me know if you're interested in having a print collection of the series. I'd be happy to make prints out of them. It's always fun to study new plant species and learn more from their therapeutic properties. I also worked on a tattoo design for my friend Ksenia, and I feel so honored. She's a wonderful human, podcaster, TikToker, food blogger, and fifth dimensional being who I admire so much, so I can't wait to see this drawing tattooed in her skin. Ultimately, I have been reading this wonderful anthology written by 69 women of color, and I've been learning so much from each of them. I highly recommend this book, and of course, I've also been reading my fungi books for my painting. That's everything for today. Feel free to subscribe to my channel and to follow me on Instagram. I will see you next time. Bye!